Yo, what's good? Got a quick market recap today. Didn't take any trades today. Got pretty close to it, but nothing ended up playing out the way I really wanted it to. So found it just better to sit out. Why is it not balanced now? But yeah, let's go over what I saw really quick. So um, you're so okay. GBPUSD was the one where I really saw. Okay, you could ignore the broken heart. It wasn't that bad, but um, so the 4 hour was bearish going into market open. So this looked honestly really good because on the 30 minute I was mainly focused on taking the London high, maybe even the Asian highs, or more focused on the Asian lows. But what we also had was this massive 1 hour fair value gap that we were like so daily want to see this 1 hour high get taken, take out the London high, which is pretty similar to what that 1 hour high was. So that's what I was looking for. We came all the way up into London highs, but we did have this interaction, so I didn't really want to enter based off of that. But once we took out the absolute London high, I don't know what happened here, but this is like some crazy movement. But once we did take out that high, I was more willing to take an take an entry. We inversed this 1 minute 5 minute fair value gap, also breaking structure. However, because of these like crazy moves, I wasn't really sure if it was like the best time to enter. So I was just like, I'm gonna wait for continuation, or I'm gonna wait for a proper retracement. And also I was just planning on risking zero point 0.5 today because first of all, there was this was like the news I think that caused it to move kind of weird. But there was like supposed to be a Powell speech at that time, 6:30. So I wasn't sure, it was pre-recorded, I'm pretty sure, but still, like, you never know. If they're already doing a speech, then something might like hook up, so wanted to look for continuation. So with this inverse fair value gap, I was looking for like maybe equilibrium or a 1 minute fair value gap to get retraced into. However, there weren't really any fair value gaps. There's only like this fair value gap, but we ended up whoa we en- hello, okay, we ended up not retracing at all. I was looking for like 1 minute equilibrium, 5 minute equilibrium, and we never ended up this was like all the retrace we got. If we just came into this fair value gap, I would have entered, but it didn't like show proper retracement. And also because of the zero point 0.5 risk and everything, I wanted to have like a pretty positive risk reward, maybe like at least at least a 2R minimum as TP1. So that's kind of why I was a bit more hesitant. If I was able to find an entry, like what I was planning to do was, if we inverse this gap, find a retracement and then keep my stop loss like somewhere enter somewhere off of here, stop loss above the equilibrium high, and then target the London low. That would have been pretty good. That's kind of like why I had in mind, but that didn't end up really like playing out how I wanted to. We just kept on dumping and just kept on pushing lower and lower and lower and lower and lower until we finally stopped moving lower. So honestly, when I saw that, kind of caused me to feel a bit emotional, like kind of like annoyed or like feeling betrayed by the markets. Like, yo, why didn't you just allow me this like setup, bro? Like, why didn't you just like move up and retrace into equilibrium, bro? Like, why you do that like that, bro? But it's like, bro, the market's going to do whatever it wants to do. I can't really control what it's going to do. It's just got to adapt to it and just move on to the next best setup, like have an abundance mindset. And I'm already pretty up, like I'm decently up this week. So I have to be patient, probably just be more, hesitant maybe in taking a trade. Like not trying to let the past trades affect me, but I feel like it's dumb to risk 1.5% on a Friday, like tomorrow. So if I do take a trade tomorrow, it'll most likely be 0.5, but again, not really sure. Probably tomorrow won't be able to find a trade because it says there is news at 8 a.m. So the only trade I'll take is probably between like 6:20 and 7 a.m. So that is like, it's probably like not likely that I'll find anything. But honestly, pretty like sad or like annoyed that this didn't end up like playing out the way I wanted to. Maybe I should have just said, yeah, yo, I'll target this. Then I would have been able to find a much better entry, just like somewhere here or something. But nothing ended up like working out the way I wanted to. Maybe I was being too picky, but again, with this whole government shutdown, I feel like it's better to be picky about what setups you take rather than just like taking like, oh, I think it's gonna go this way, and then let's full put that bitch, like, okay, that's just a bit too much TJR shit. But like, yeah, that's kind of what my mindset was going into that. So with Euro Yo, I have like some weird ass cough, bro. With Euro USD, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to see. 4 hour was bearish, similar to GBP USD. However, we did we did not have like a proper London low. We did have an NY low. That's why I had a question mark here. But if I were to take a trade, I would have ideally want to see London high and Asian high get pulled, like fill in this fair value gap and then start rotating. But we never even ended up getting close to the London high. We just kept on consolidating quite a bit and then ended up having a dump similar to GBP USD, which would have been nice to catch, but we didn't do that. So, yeah. Okay, that was actually tested. Okay, so 4 hour was bearish going into market open with GBP JPY. 30-minute looking for the Asian highs to get taken because we didn't really have any dominant like London highs as they already got taken out. So mainly looking for the London highs to get taken. I mean the Asian highs to get taken. We did come into the Asian lows, however, right? And you could take shorts off of the lows because this is like the third time it's looking like that. We came right in and we like this was like the news I think, but took a huge dump. But if we didn't have that dump, maybe it would have been the meta to take the trade, bro. But because we continued on lower and lower, so yeah. But ideally, I want to see Asian highs get taken and then target the London lows. But London lows got taken, so I just kind of like ditched this. So I was just mainly focused on GBPUSD, and when I saw GBPUSD move without me, bro, that just made me feel like way more annoyed, way more like why you do that, bro? Why you did that? So how you did that? She catch like you eat it. Okay, I'm tweaking. But I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a market recap. But bro, I'm losing my voice like slowly, day by day, month by month, year by year, decade by decade, century by century.